Hi, good afternoon all. I thought I'd do a quick video just to say hello. I'm on the way down to Haynes Motor Museum now, so I thought we'll have a quick catch up. I'm one of the owners of the Max Power Project Slam, myself and Chris, and we're looking to get it back up and running, possibly do some shows next year to see what happens. So, a bit of a story behind the car. It's down in Haynes Motor Museum in Somerset. It went down to the museum in about 2004, where it's been ever since. Now, it was in an exhibit until about 2010, and I think between 2010 and 2012 it was then moved into storage and then eventually into the backyard, where it's sat ever since. Last week they managed to move the vehicle back into the workshop as we're having it put onto a jig, just because of how low the body kit is. Transporting the vehicle is quite difficult, so we want to make sure that we don't cause any damage trying to load onto the trailer, etc. So that's all happening at the moment. It should be done at some point this week and ready to come back to the workshop. So a couple of different companies were involved in the build, the main one being Maguire's. As you're aware, Sabre Automotive built the body kit. It was on hydraulics. Charisma did the interior, and it is a very unique car, shall we say. Love it or hate it, I think it's got its place in history, and it'd be great to see it again in the flesh. So the car itself is not in the best of condition. The irony is I believe the car's done a few thousand miles from new. However, it's just been sat for so long. So the plan is to restore the car rather than try and enhance it. I think it's had all the enhancements it can ever have, to be honest. At the same time, we don't really particularly want to change anything because it's right for its era. We're not looking to try and make it a modern vehicle and into the modern scene. We want to keep it true to itself and let it be what it is. So it's a 2-litre turbo, Z20 LET, Astra Coupe, obviously Sabre Performance body kit, which was a custom one-off. It's got some funky hydraulics that aren't great, if I'm honest, even when they were done. I think that was probably one of the biggest issues with the car when they did build it originally. The hydraulics never particularly worked very well, but with the enhances of technology in cars, probably one of the things we are looking at possibly doing is whether or not we can improve the hydraulics to a point that where they're usable, or if not, replace it with possibly an air ride system or something like that to make the car at least usable to an extent. The interior's mostly there, a few bits and bobs missing. Bit of a discussion at the moment depending on what we want to do with the audio visual system, whether or not we're going to be upgrading it to something a bit more modern or to leave it as it is. Fantastic guys at Maguire's have already contacted us, pretty much within a couple of days, in fact, of acquiring the car, to say that they're really keen to see it back. So massive thanks to them. They've sorted us out with a load of products, so we'll do a video, not particularly a detailed video, but just a degrime and get into the fact to get into a semi-usable condition, mainly just to see what we're actually got to work with. There is some damage on the vehicle that we'll run through in a video once I get there and do a walk round. There's a few different schools of thought on the best way of repairing it. The fiberglass itself, easy enough to repair. The big issue is around the paintwork. Now, I don't know how many of you are aware of the paint situation with this vehicle. So the car was painted by Tameside College students and the lecturer at the bodywork department. They also flew in a painter from the USA with some custom paint to do it as a custom paint job whilst it was there. Now the son of the chap that actually painted it, he's contacted us, sent over a really good drawing of the car, how it was designed and how it was going to look before it happened, which is really cool. I'll post a copy of that up in the video in a second. But yeah, it's really good. So there's this huge amount of history with this car, and lots and lots of people were involved with it over the years. So love it or hate it, we think that, it deserves to be restored, brought back, because it just remembers those days of body kits, wheels, and just being absolutely mental. You know, some say that the scene's changed, same as everything changes. However, we've been given the opportunity to restore a vehicle, really odd one, restoring a modified car. So the big question is do you continue to modify, or do you just continue to restore it to the way it was? Now, one of the only things that we're possibly looking to change, possibly the suspension on it, and maybe the update the audio system, or in fact keep it as it is. It's all going to depend on what's working, what's not working. Now, the vehicle's been sat for over 10 years in a car park at the back of the museum. Now, I did go down to the car the other day, and it does power up, so we do have some life in. So the keys to the vehicle were lost, unfortunately, many years ago. So what we've managed to do is get some new keys made for it, which is why I'm on the way down there now. Hopefully we can get into the car and finally see what's left. Currently in the workshop at Haynes, being put onto a jig to enable us to actually get it onto a trailer. As you can imagine, being how low it is, not moved in all that time. We need to get a lot going over on the vehicle. We have to do a cam belt service and things before we even try and start it. But all in all, it's as a whole, it's all there. We have it. That's the current condition of Project Slam. Well, if you're interested, if you want to see the progress, possibly see it some shows, hit like, hit subscribe, keep up to date, and we'll start getting some more videos updated a bit more frequently from next week once the car is back at the workshop, and we can see how we get on and what we do. Thanks very much.